justice for all.
Thank you. Can I so move the agenda table, please? Moved by Vice President Stenzel, seconded by Ms. Seaman. Any changes, additions, corrections to the agenda? Seeing none, all's in favor? That passes 9-0. And I would like to welcome our student leaders from Greece Olympia.
Hello, my name is Chuck LeRae, Assistant Principal from Olympia. Thank you for the opportunity to share some early highlights from Olympia. I am incredibly proud to be here with 6 outstanding Spartan seniors and juniors. These students truly embody our core RISE values: responsibility, integrity, showing respect, and empathy. They are living examples of our school's mission, which is to provide the full student experience. Our school mission, developed collaboratively with the school improvement team, administration, and academic departments, goes beyond strong academics, emphasizing the importance of character and social-emotional skills. Every day, these young leaders inspire me with their kindness, grit, and unwavering Spartan pride. As both an administrator and a proud Spartan graduate myself, this pride is a value I hold near and dear to my heart. I would like to take this opportunity to have the students introduce themselves. Let everyone know your grade, or your name and your grade level.
Good evening. My name is Nefertiti Williams, and I'm a senior at Greece Olympia.
Good evening, I'm Zion Brown, and I am a senior at Greece Olympia.
Hello, my name is Lazaria Brown, and I am a junior at Greece Olympia.
Hello, my name is Xavier Prezel, and I'm a junior in Greece Olympia.
Hello, my name's Zoe Stepani. I am a senior at Greece Olympia.
Hello, I'm Madeline Kilkowitz, and I'm a junior at Greece Olympia.
Now I'll have Neffy get us started.
Here is Olympia's mission statement. At Greece Olympia, we believe students should be a place where every student feels prepared, supported, and proud to be a part of a community. That's why we're focused on a full student experience, combining strong academics with essential skills and positive character development. Our teachers, staff, and students have been participating in activities and programs that truly bring this mission statement to life, building strong academics, supporting each other, and creating a positive school culture where everyone feels like they belong. Its core strengths lie in the clear, value-driven message and its focus on a holistic approach to education. The greatest strengths of these mission statements are: 1, focus on community and belonging; 2, clear and concise language; 3, holistic approach to education; and 4, an emphasis on student-centered values.
This summer, middle school students had the chance to connect, learn, and grow through our Spartan Summer Session. They spent 4 weeks exploring fun activities and creative lessons that built academic skills and relationships. They had a chance to open their lockers and take a field trip to the Rochester Public Market. Thanks to our community school programs, families also had access to valuable resources. The session wrapped up with a musical performance that celebrated a successful summer of fun and learning. This directly correlates to what Olympia is all about: the full student experience through academics and skill building.
On August 27th, we rolled out the red carpet for our newest Spartans. Our new student orientation gave students and their families a warm welcome, complete with smiling teachers, staff, and student leaders. They got to meet their teachers, walk their schedules, and learn about resources to help them succeed. It was a great first step in building the home-school partnerships that are so important to us. And a big shout out to our custodial staff for all the work they did getting the building ready for the new school year.
Ignition is our big welcome for the sixth graders. They are greeted with cheers as they walk through the halls as Spartans for the first time. And each new student is paired with an older Ignition leader who gives them a tour and answer questions. It's a perfect way to help them feel more at home on day one.
Spartan Rise. Rise stands for responsibility, integrity, show respect, and empathy. This program builds a consistent school-wide culture of high expectations and positive behavior. Students who show Rise values are celebrated each month at a special breakfast, and staff regularly shout out positive behavior. It helps everyone to know what's expected and celebrates what's going well. Our school improvement team has worked hard to connect these values to our mission statement, creating a comprehensive framework for expectations and anchor our decision-making.
Focus on proactive supervision. This year, Olympia has refined our hallway layout. What? It's the picture. Oh, I was like, wait, would I say something wrong? It's okay. This year, Olympia has refined our hallway layout and supervision plan, making more effective use of spaces for student support. These changes has helped us promote healthy choices, increase adult presence, build connection between staff and students, and makes expectations clearer. You can even see our admin team zipping through the halls on carts to check in with students and staff, as Mr. Jones.
Professional learning communities. While students were getting ready for the year, our teachers were hard at work too. They've been using professional learning communities, or PLCs, to plan lessons, analyze data, and focus on improving students' growth in ELA and math. Teachers are holding themselves accountable for student success, and it's making a difference.
Our new admin team. Good evening. My name is Joella Minetta, and I'm a new assistant principal this year at Olympia. Brandon thought I should mention that I'm the shortest addition. But I feel very fortunate. I work with really talented and dedicated team, and I'm really proud of that. This year, with the new additions, we have seen a strengthening in our instruction and student services. We have Karen Pryor that joined us as our assistant principal of instruction. You can already see the difference. Karen has been leading data meetings with teachers, providing clear overviews of areas of growth, helping staff develop strategies for success, at the same time focusing in on our PLCs. We also added Alexis Hamilton. She's our assistant principal of student support services. Alexis is coordinating student support meetings, aligning services, and organizing quarterly attendance incentives and events just to boost some student engagement. And we're fortunate. Greg Burns is now with us in our building, housed right here at Olympia, and he's helping to make sure that our students with disabilities are supported, but also by building those connections between students, teachers, staff, and parents and families. With these expanded roles, our traditional assistant principals, like Desiree and myself, we now get to spend more time, and Mr. Leray, really in the classrooms. We're able to support the PLCs, focus on instruction, staff development, and student success. So thank you.
So sorry. Our very own Olympia Jukebox performed the national anthem during the opening day address. It was the perfect way to kick off the school year for Spartans. Olympia students with Greece's amazing marching band and their impressive performance wowed the crowd. With instruments playing and flags soaring through the air, the student conductors led a spectacular show. It was a testament to their hard work and dedication, and it also left a lasting impression on everyone who watched.
In August, nearly 50 teachers gave up part of their summer break to join a 2-day retreat. They learned about PLCs, formative assessment, psychological safety, and more. There were fun team-building activities like a hula hoop competition, a trail mix bar, and a performance contest. The retreat helped our staff start the year strong and connected.
Open house will be on September 25th. Families will be able to meet and greet teachers, visit classrooms, and check out our resource fair. There'll also be raffles, a food truck rodeo fundraiser to help support student council. We can't wait to welcome families back into the building.
We want to give a big shout out to our class of 2026, me, our current seniors. They have an exciting year ahead of them with so many traditions to look forward to, like the 100-day until graduation breakfast, senior field day, the memory walk, prom, and of course, graduation on June 27th. We are so excited to celebrate all our accomplishments this year.
Things we look forward to. There's a lot more coming up this year. We have the homecoming, the high school dance, the middle school spooktacular, Thanksgiving bingo, the 8th grade dance, door decorating contest, sea breeze, fundraiser competitions, March Madness, senior breakfast, Darien Lake senior conferences, prom, senior field day, graduation, and probably more. There's a lot to be excited about this year at Olympia.
All of these things show that our school year is already off to a great start. We're proud to be Spartans, and we're thankful for teachers, staff, board members, and community members who support us every day. Thank you for letting us share what makes Olympia such a special place.
It's picture time. So the Olympia admins that are all here, the students, Dr. Zaffix, Deputy Fleming, and Superintendent Smalling, and of course, Assistant Superintendent Larson. Oh, yeah. You walk in there. Happy picture. I can't take the whining. The whole floor. No, never stay. All right, moving on. Can I have somebody move staffing to the table, please? Moved by Mr. Maloney, second by Ms. Seaman. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. Assistant Superintendent Larson.
Thank you very much. This evening, I am pleased to welcome our newest administrator, the Assistant Director of Behavior Response Systems for our PPS department, Dennis DeRozier. Dennis is a dedicated educator with a strong academic background. He earned his bachelor's degree in social work from Niagara University, followed by a master's degree in elementary education and special education from Nazareth. Additionally, he pursued a certificate of advanced study in educational leadership at SUNY Oswego. With 25 years of experience in education, Dennis began his career in the West Irondequoit School District. He held various positions, including teaching assistant, special education teacher, assistant principal, and principal. For the past 8 years, he has served as the Director of Special Education and Assistant Director of Special Programs in both Fairport and Canandaigua Central Schools. Dennis finds great fulfillment in supporting students and their families while collaborating with school teams to ensure the best outcomes for each child. Looking ahead at his career with Greece Central, he is eager to continue strengthening his practice through teamwork and community service. Outside of work, Dennis enjoys spending time in nature, which helps him to remain mindful and present. He is also grateful for his loving family. His wife, Barb, is his rock, and their 2 sons are currently pursuing higher education. Jack at SUNY Brockport studying education, and Luke at Elon University focusing on physical therapy. Congratulations and welcome to Grace.
There's pictures, you know. There's gonna be pictures. So if you and your wife would like to take a picture, and then I'll have the other people come up and do a picture with you, which will be Deputy Fleming, Assistant Superintendent Larson, and Superintendent Smalley. Let's have Stacy come on down. Congratulations. And I love the fact you're a Purple Eagle. Griffs, really? 2.0T GTA MOAs, can I have somebody move those to the table, please? Moved by Vice President Seitzl, second by Mrs. Falzarano. Any comments, questions, or concerns on that? Seeing none, all's in favor? That passes 9-0. Moving on to 2.03 Teamsters Trip MOA Coordinator. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Ms. Farmer, seconded by Ms. Seaman. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Seeing none, all's in favor? That passes 9-0. Moving on to 2.04 Teamsters Driver Differential. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Ms. Farmer, second by Ms. Slyke. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Seeing none, all's in favor? That passes 9-0. 2.05 Teamsters MOA Shift Differential. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Ms. Seaman, second by Mr. Butler. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. 2.06, the Teamsters MOA Data Analyst. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Mr. Butler, second by Ms. Lyke. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. Moving on to 2.07, Teamsters MOA Office Clerk. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Ms. Seaman, second by Ms. Farmer. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. 2.08 Teamsters Senior Office Clerk. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Ms. Falzarano, second by Mr. Maloney. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. And 2.09, the non-unit rate sheet. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Vice President Stencil, seconded by Ms. Seaman. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. And I'd like to introduce the board's newest employee, our parliamentarian, Mr. Alex Palmer. Welcome to Greece, Alex.
Welcome.
Yeah, we got to do a picture with the board. Absolutely. Come on, Alex. With the board.
With the board, all right.
Gina, you want to jump in this one, too?
I got my fill, thank you. It's the haircut. Nope.
All right, 4.01, opening of schools update. Superintendent Smalley.
Yes, I would like to call all of Cabinet up for a presentation, including myself.
Oh, there you go.
Most of cabinet, not.
What'd you do, Baker?
All right, well, good evening. I am very excited to provide an update on the opening of the 2025-26 school year. So I believe this presentation tonight reflects the work of several different departments from across the district. Tonight we'll share data. There we go. Tonight we'll share data and highlights about enrollment, staffing, transportation, capital improvements that took place over the summer and that are finishing up right now, and safety and security. So for me personally, I am so proud of the planning and the hard work that took place over the summer that translated into what I feel was a very smooth opening of schools. For a district and organization our size, when you see the data that goes into the opening of a school, I think you'll feel that same pride. So I'm excited for Cabinet to share, and we'll go on from there.
All right. Good evening, everyone. This is an odd angle for me. I'm used to being over there at the other podium. Turning to the left is weird. So yeah, I'm just going to share a brief update about our overall enrollment, and then we'll get into a little more specifics with the rest of the presentation. So for this school year, we had, not including pre-K, just over 800 new enrollments to the district. So again, this doesn't include pre-K or CPSE students who have already received services from us. But you can see the breakout across the grade bands there. If you do include the pre-K students, we had over 1,100 new enrollments in the school district this year, which I really want to take just a second to shout out our registration department, which is largely 2 people. We do bring in some help for the summer, but Ting and Chrissy in registration, they work extremely hard to make sure that our registrants get in, the families are supported through the online process, they can come in for an in-person appointment, they can talk through it on the phone with them. It is customer service to the nth degree. I've been down there several times over the summer, and it was just great to see as many families as we did come into the district. I should note, too, that this does include students that go to private and parochial schools, but it's still the same amount of work to register someone in the school system. As far as students with disabilities, just over 100 students with disabilities enrolled in the school district this year. Just 33 from September 1st into September 10th. 19 of those students require special class programming, 35 are ICT, 10 with CT services, and then 5 students are out-of-district programming.
So as Mike said, we've had an expansion with pre-K as well, and we're really pleased to share that our total enrollment in pre-K is 346 children across all of our sites. This is an increase in 34 children having access to full-day pre-K compared to last year. This means that we've opened up 2 additional pre-K classrooms. So today we have a total of 18 full-day classrooms and 4 half-day classrooms for a total of 22. We've also seen a reduction in our wait list by 47 children compared to last spring. However, 84 remains a high number. And as the year continues, we can anticipate as new families enter, for example, they will be requested to be added to the wait list as well. So over time, we'd truly love to see the space available to start to accommodate all families, and we'll continue to explore any and all options for that.
All right, as you hear me say at least a few times a year, the Department of Human Resources is very, very busy over the summer. So the summer was no different. You can see from the chart in our new to district column, we welcomed 221 new employees from out of the district. We also had an additional 41 or 42, our data's a little bit different in two different places, but who were promoted from within. So for all of those people within my department, between the human resources side and the benefits side, every person was onboarded, went through their in-processing, spent face-to-face time with someone in the department. So quite a bit of work over the summer. Additionally, I wanted to give a little snapshot of the positions that make up our district. I think a lot of people are often surprised that 40% of our district would be on the certified side, but 60% is actually on the classified or civil service side. So I always like to show these numbers just so you can kind of see who we are here in Greece. For transportation, Dave Richardson and his department did a phenomenal job getting us ready for this school year as well. Just some data to share with you. So this year we have 201 total bus runs that with those runs, there's 120 that are facilitated within Greece. We have 117 Greece drivers right now, and then we've contracted for 81 of those runs. We also have 41 additional midday runs. You'll see a number of our drivers that take a morning run, they take a midday run, and they take an afternoon run, so they are quite busy every day. We transport to 100 schools this year, 52 of which are private, parochial, or charter. That is just under 800 students for those 52 runs. We have 30 out-of-district runs. Those are for our special education students that need programming in other locations. And then we have 18, of course, our 18 schools here in Greece. So all in all, we've got about 8,500 Greece students that are transported daily. So quite a bit of work in our transportation department. Additionally, we have just over 1,000 walkers every day to school. And one other thing that I wanted to share was in regards to our daycare applications for different runs. As you know, those are due by April 1st. We had 443 requests last year, 70 of which have occurred since August 25th. So every time a request comes in, that is more work for the department to make sure that we can find a run as close as possible to that location. So again, a big shout out to Dave and his team for getting us ready and getting our kiddos to school.
Good evening, everyone. This summer was the last year of our Reimagine Greece capital project, so we're wrapping that project up this summer. Not as much work as we have had in the past. There were primarily only two buildings that had work this summer, Athena Middle High School and English Village. Some of the major things that were accomplished are here on the slide. Both elevators, starting with Athena High School, Middle School, both elevators, which were original elevators when the school was built, were totally replaced, rehabbed. The inside cabs and all the mechanical equipment are all brand new. The fire alarm system in the GPAC has been replaced. The middle school and high school gym lighting has all been replaced with LEDs as opposed to the original lighting that was in there. The main domestic water supply is the original cast iron piping that delivers the water to the school. That has all been replaced and upgraded this summer. One of the things we were able to do through our ARP funding, that lake liquidation initiative that we took, was to replace many of the windows at Athena campus. On the left are the original windows that went with the building, that beige colored. We replaced those with new, improved windows with black panels instead of the beige. So this kind of gives you an idea of what they look like. Just another photo here from the side view. The entire building was not completed yet, but we are working on a mechanism to try to finish up the remaining windows at the building within the next year or two so that that building is fully complete and all the windows are done. We should have something in place possibly for next budget season, but if not, we'll have something in place for the following year. Work that's continuing to go on. School opened up just fine, but the media center library is still under full renovation. It's totally being gutted and redone. That is expected to be completed by November 1st, unless there's some unexpected delays, but early November is our target. And if you notice at the GPAC, the exterior block at the top, they're discolored. There's water leaking up there that is being repaired to be done by the middle of October, so we can get that project completed as well. At EV, we replaced the heating unit in the kitchen, and the lift to the stage is being replaced. It hasn't been delivered yet, but as soon as it is, that will be installed, and that project will be completed. The two remaining items out there are playgrounds and pavilions. The playgrounds, we're still waiting on SED. We're hoping this week or possibly next week that we get approval from SED to go ahead with the playground projects. There's 5 of them. If we get the approval by, say, the end of the month, we're hopeful that we can get the work done before the weather turns. If not, it will need to wait until the spring. And the pavilions are still another item that we need to wait on. In all likelihood, the pavilions, the 2 that we have, will be done in the spring of 2026.
As you all know, the safety and security of our students, staff, and families is our top priority, and last year we added a new layer to our multidimensional approach to safety and security, our safety and screening system. We began with a rollout at Olympia, Arcadia High, and Arcadia Middle. We continued with that process with the opening of school at Athena just last Monday on September 8th. We began with the screening process being rolled out at both Athena High and Athena Middle. The first 3 days took a little getting used to. It took about 35 to 40 extra minutes for students to get into the building. That was expected, but by the end of the week, we had shaved that 40 minutes off, and that system is running fairly smoothly right now. We'll continue with the rollout in Greece at Odyssey starting next Monday, and midweek that week we'll also roll out at Phoenix as well. We also are using the bollards, the pass-through system that students and staff walk through. We're using those at our home football games. So Arcadia began with a rollout 2 weeks ago for fans. Olympia did the same thing this past Friday. We'll be bringing the system to Athena as well. And that system has rolled out very smoothly at our athletic events. We've also made sure that we're very clear on our messaging with regards to the consequences and our expectations for the safety and screening system. We've messaged to families that if students refuse to go through the system when they enter school, they will not be allowed to enter the building. They will be sent home and they will be marked as absent. Refusal to participate in any secondary screening as a result of going through the bollards or the bag scanner, which indicates that a secondary screening might need to happen. If a student refuses to do that, then it could result in out-of-school suspension. Very happy to report that students are being very compliant with the system. They are walking through that system, and it's also been highly effective, particularly with making sure that we're enforcing our cell phone ban and yonder pouch use. This system has really caused compliance to skyrocket in all of our schools. So it's been a very smooth rollout. And as you can see in all of our areas, it was a fantastic opening here in Greece Central. We're happy to open up to any questions.
Mrs. Farmer?
Thank you. So on page 3, and Mike, maybe you can help me with the numbers, you said that we have some of the kids that aren't in our building, the new kids, I heard you say, not all of them are coming to our buildings. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have some students who are enrolled in private or parochial schools. They're included in this number. They still have to register in the school district, so they still go through that initial process with the family. So that's reflected in the total number, even though the students are not at one of our 18 schools.
Thank you. Can I follow up?
Yes.
So what I'm wondering next is how many did come into our buildings? And how is that in terms of space? And, you know, you don't need to get into all of that, but I'm just curious how many kids did we, because it sounds like we might be seeing a little bit of enrollment increasing a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, we're not sure exactly how many students left the district yet. It was actually kind of a chore to get this number because the state system, the warehouse where we would normally pull it from, doesn't have the current school year's data available until actually next week. So we had to go into the enrollment system and kind of finagle this. We'll be able to find out exactly how many kids left next week, and then we'll be able to see, like, is our enrollment more or less than it was
great.
last
Thank you
year.
so much.
So I can follow up on that piece with you.
Thanks,
when we know.
Mike.
Yep.
Any other questions? Mr. Butler?
Yeah,
Can you talk a little bit about how transportation went for the first week of school, say?
Sure, I can weigh in on that a little bit. So my department now oversees transportation, so I speak with Dave almost daily. What I can say, the difference from last year at this time to this year is it's remarkable. I would say 1/10 of the phone calls, concerns, complaints, et cetera, are coming through his office or to my office. So that has been very, very good. Of course, we're always going to get, people who might have missed a deadline and, really want what they want, and we do our best to accommodate as closely as we possibly can. But all in all, their systems are working great. Their communication within their department is working great. They've got their phone hotlines going, and they are just on a constant wheel of working with our families. So in my mind, it's going very well.
Mr. Bongorio?
I'd like to follow up on that question for a moment. I would say from what the community has shared, it was also a really tremendous change from last year. There were a lot of reported late buses and things like that last year, a lot of challenges. And I think the sentiment that is available that I've heard has been very positive. I'm wondering if there's anything that you can share that might account for that.
Well, I know this summer we had more of a recruitment effort, and I will not take credit for that. That's, again, Dave and his team. They had a couple of different events to bring people in, and they were finally able to get quite a few more drivers kind of in the hopper. So as he's described before when he does presentations, it takes a while to get somebody from the day they apply until they're actually driving a bus. But we've been really fortunate that we now do have people coming in, and whether that's contract-driven or word-of-mouth driven, we don't care, they're coming. And so they were really successful this summer.
That's great, thank you, appreciate that.
Could I just add, because I witnessed this past, on opening day, and I think I updated all of you that we had some technology breakdowns, at which led to some real concerns with arrivals, dismissal time. But what I saw in the buildings was absolutely incredible. The way that the teams in each of the schools made phone calls to families and ensured that that pickup was clean and that they let families know a lot of time in advance that they could expect a delay on opening day because of the Pick My Kid app was down. But to me, I thought it was just such a great, it was the communication I felt that made the difference. And families not wondering where their children are, that they had that update before the kids left the buildings to know that. And that, to me, I thought made a huge difference. And that took so much manpower because that was, the computers were down. So they were using paper copies and everybody making that effort. That call went out prior to, so that families either come pick up their child or just to be aware that they're going to be late. And to me, communication makes that difference all the time. And we saw it on day one and day two, and it was great.
Any other questions? Thank you all. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. Can I have somebody move the consent agenda to the table, please? We have Vice President Stenzel, second by Mr. Maloney. Any comments, questions, or concerns on the consent agenda? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. Moving on to 8.01, resolution for the approval of the BOCES RIC 1 agreement. Can I have somebody move that to the table, please? Moved by Ms. Farmer, second by Mr. Butler. Any comments, questions, concerns on this? Seeing none, all is in favor. That passes 9-0. And 10.01, can I have somebody move the superintendent's goals to the table, please? Moved by Vice President Stenzel, second by Ms. Falzarano. Any comments, questions, concerns? Seeing none, we're going to do a roll call vote. I'm going to start with Mr. Bonnegorio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to begin by just acknowledging the significant alignment of the superintendent's goals to, as far as I can see, to the board goals and also I think, to the district improvement plans and so much of what we're doing. So a lot of alignment, kind of we're all rowing in the same direction. There's a key focus on student achievement and a positive school environment. Lead measures are relevant. And I see this as a big step forward to the SMART goals that I think we all want to see implemented in being able to provide a good and objective assessment. I don't think it's perfect. I think there's room to explore some future opportunities for additional specific and measurable goals, but I think it's a really good start, and I'm happy to support this. I vote yes.
Mr. Maloney?
Yes.
Ms. Seaman?
Yes.
Vice President Stenzel?
Yes.
Mrs. Felser-Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Lake?
Yes.
Ms. Farmer?
Yes.
And Mr. Butler?
I'm a yes. I just want to applaud the superintendent for the transparency with which he's gone through this process and the way that the leading, as leaders need to, in the implementation of the 4 disciplines of execution across the organization. So kudos to you.
And I'll explain my vote as well. I just want to give the superintendent credit for the work he put forth into these goals. It's his first time doing them, and I think he did a great job. And there's obviously, we're going to look at these as we evaluate them this year, but it's a great start to the year, and hopefully we'll see some really good follow-through on these goals. And with that, I vote yes. Motion carries 9-0. With that, Mr. Maloney.
Yes, I'd like to make I'd like to adjourn this meeting.
All right. Is there a second?
I'd like to make a
on that?
motion to adjourn this
All
meeting,
right.
I should say.
Second by Vice President Stensel. All those in favor? That passes 9-0. Thank you, everyone. Go Bills. Go Bills.